the trivalent seasonal flu that...
And it can't create any mutations. I wonder why I have news articles then. Are they mistaken, Doctor, where they say that, that it's live?
There's several different versions. I'm talking about the vaccine that shipped. So,
have they already made that 195 million doses? I see that headline, U.S. government orders 195 million dosages 2 weeks ago. Are you saying they've already shipped that?
No, I'm saying they've shipped part of that.
But how does it protect us, Doctor, if you're saying it's going to mutate?
Well, it depends. It really comes down on how fast the virus mutates and how similar the virus is in the fall or in the winter relative to the virus that was used in the vaccine. The vaccine that is shipping is called California 7. It was isolated in one of the first ones in California. We on a break?
Yes, sir, we are. Well, this is getting interesting. We really appreciate you being on with us. The website is up on prisonplanet.tv screen. We'll put it up there for you. Just Google Flu Tracker, and you'll find it. It's a huge site. Dr. Henry L. Niman is our guest, and he's an expert on all this, and he says it's a real threat.
Everything we said came true. Everything we've done's been right.
We are continuing with Dr. Henry L. Niman of Flu Tracker. We got that up on screen for everybody right there. Okay, sir, so am I getting this right then? You're saying this could be big, this could be real, we should roll up our sleeves, take the 3 to 4 to 5 injections or whatever?
Well, let me straighten out the injection part, so that's a little bit clear. But yes, it definitely is real, and I would definitely recommend a vaccination. There are some people that might have allergies to eggs. The current vaccine is grown in eggs, so the same warnings for the pandemic vaccine would apply, are the same as that for the seasonal flu vaccine. But the number of injections, just to clarify that, the pandemic flu, people have not seen that before. That's because of swine. So the recommendations will be to actually have 2 shots. It would be a first shot followed 3 weeks later by a booster shot. That's the same thing that is used for children the first time they get seasonal flu. So the first time they're immunized, there are 2 shots recommended. After that is the once-a-year shot. So the pandemic vaccine is really the same as the seasonal. There are other versions, that may come down the line. In seasonal, there is an attenuated virus, which is a live vaccine. It's made by MedImmune. The virus is crippled, and you can tell them apart. The attenuated vaccine is a myth. It's something that you spray into your nose, and that is different than the killed vaccine, which is a shot. MedImmune is working on a pandemic version that is not available. The last I looked at their website, they don't expect that to be available till 2010. And, that's a different vaccine. And then I'm sure that some of your listeners have heard about adjuvant, and they're concerned about adjuvant. Adjuvant is something that stimulates the immune system. The current vaccines do not have adjuvant. The seasonal flu has no adjuvant, and the pandemic vaccine that is shipped has adjuvant. The reason adjuvants are used is that there's a tendency for a better immune response.
Well, wait a minute. Are you saying the big order the government made doesn't have adjuvants? Because I saw that it did.
No, it does not have adjuvants.
In so many of the studies I've seen by research firms and medical doctors, it's the adjuvants that are worse than the thimerosal causing autoimmune responses.
Well, thimerosal isn't an adjuvant. Thimerosal
No,
is an antibacterial.
No, I know. I said the adjuvants are causing a bigger response than the mercury. That's what I was saying.
Right, but the adjuvants are not in the vaccine that is shipped. There are potential vaccines that will have the adjuvant.
All right, stay there. Got a break, sir. Back in 70 seconds.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator this summer. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, In some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded, especially with the high-demand summer months ahead. Number 4, the hurricane and dangerous summer storm season is here again. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, a longtime sponsor of ours. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun yet. So go to mysolarbackup.com or call toll-free 877-327-0365.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Well, I really appreciate him coming on. We've been having a lively discussion. Dr. Henry L. Niman, highly recommended, prestigious researcher, inventor of many of the major technologies used today, and researching all this and treating it. I hope he's wrong, though. I mean, I don't want this to be a real deadly flu. I mean, I know it's deadly for those that are dying, but you've got the flu season raging right now and a few thousand dead, or 1,700 and something. That doesn't sound like a big deal to me, but he's saying it could mutate. So are you saying, Doctor, it's bad now, or it could be potentially mega bad? I mean, I just want to be clear on that.
And let me explain why it's bad now and why it could get much worse. Seasonal flu, the numbers thrown out is 36,000 in the United States die. 90% of the people that die from the flu in the United States and worldwide are 65 years or older. Most of those people are actually quite a bit more than 65. They're in nursing homes. They're basically have very serious illnesses. They get the flu, and the flu kind of puts it over the top. They really can't mount a good response to
They're compromised.
Right. They're compromised in many ways, and that's who normally dies from the flu. The people that are dying from the flu today, those 1,000 people that died in Argentina, they are previously healthy young adults.
So, I mean, is this like the 1918 then, that it has that hemorrhagic effect?
Yes. I mean, there are reports. Actually, I was just reading one. I was trying to find out where it was, where patient actually turned blue overnight and died. And those are the characteristics of 1918. There's this cyanosis. Basically, the person literally turns blue and ends up dying suddenly. I mean, there are reports in 1918 of people that basically were sitting down and playing bridge, and they literally fell over and died at the bridge table.
Yeah, no, because it has this huge autoimmune response.
Right.
But doctor.
And here's why that's a problem for this year, okay? Because the virus is adapting. So it really doesn't take a whole lot of change. If the virus is actually growing at twice the rate that it is right now, it's going to elicit a much greater autoimmune response. It's going to grow quickly, and people are going to respond to it, and that's this cytokine storm, that's this cascade, and that's why people end up dying.
Okay, let me just stop because we're almost out of time. It's clear I've got to have you back up. I'm very appreciative of your time. I hope you're wrong.
Right.
Because, I got family, and I live here in Texas. It seems to be one of the epicenters for all of this, and I don't trust these vaccines. I've seen what their history, what they do, and this whole thing has stage written all over it. I know you don't get into areas like that. You just cover the facts that you can document, but I've had a bad feeling all along for the last year in the build-up to this, and are you saying, Doc, with your educated opinion, you've got a bad feeling about this year?
Yes. I've said it looks like 1918 for the last several months, and there has been nothing in the last several months that takes it off the 1918 track. So
my God.
It was tracking then. It's following the exact same track right now. In Texas, there's likely to be Tamiflu resistance in Texas. There was a report that came out a day or so ago on the border by El Paso.
Houston Chronicle. There's now,
right, and that indicated there were several versions that had Tamiflu resistance. There's a sequence that just came out that actually isn't even, it's only semi-public, that shows Tamiflu resistance in Singapore, and that's going to create another problem that we can talk about next time around.
Well, Dr. Niman, let me get you up then in the next few weeks as this unfolds. When do you see it quickly really starting to break out then? October?
I would say, yeah, you'll see the first signs September, October, in the Northern Hemisphere. I think it'll get worse in the Southern Hemisphere before that.
All right, Dr. Niman, Flu Tracker, just Google that. You'll find him. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good talking, Alex.
Well, that's scary.